the Green Bay Packers, okay? They're a good football team, but Baltimore's better, plain and simple, you know? Look, Baltimore knows they got one goal right now. One goal. And that is to win football games and make it to the playoffs, you know? Plain and simple. And we're not letting nobody, Green Bay, Pittsburgh, ain't nobody going to get in our way. Plain and simple. This defense is looking better and better week by week, you know? I'm glad we got some pass rush back. Getting to the quarterback a little bit, more now. You know, we're kind of coming together as one right now. The backfield, needs to be improving a little bit, but, day by day, I should say. Plain and simple. Ed Reed, I don't like Dominic Foxworth. Plain and simple. But Ed Reed, especially, L'Jarius Webb right now, DeJuan Landry, the entire backfield improving day by day. Ray Lewis improving. Had a little slump in the beginning. Paul Kruger, plain and simple. Everybody. Haloti Ngata, everybody coming together as one, improving. And the Ravens, what I've seen, especially this past Sunday, is they can capitalize on mistakes that that other teams make. And in Green Bay, they're a good football team, but they do make some critical mistakes. I've noticed that. Plain and simple. Our goal this weekend on the defensive side of the ball is to make Aaron Rodgers taste a little bit of that Lambeau Field a couple more times. I know he's used to doing it a little bit more times, plain and simple. Getting to the quarterback, a couple good sacks, maybe a few good picks off of him. Plain and simple. This defense is improving. I'm telling you, watch out for them. They're coming. Ray Lewis and company are coming. Plain and simple. We don't got high numbers right now. We're not, one of the best defenses, but we're getting there. Day by day, we're getting there. Plain and simple. Like I said, the main thing right now I'm happy about, we got some pass rush back, getting to that quarterback, and I love to see, On the offense side of the ball, we got the weapons to beat Green Bay, especially on the ground. Ray Rice, he showed, that motherfucking guy's a monster, plain and simple. That dude is a monster. And he's shown that no matter what team he comes against, number one rushing defense or, 32nd rush defense, he can beat them, plain and simple. He can beat them, Up and down the field, he can beat them. Wilson McGahee, he's a great guy too. Used him a couple times in the end zone. Ron McClain's a great guy. That entire running game right there, I love it. I love to see it. That's what's going to win us football games, Joe Flacco needs to step up his game a little bit. I'm not really sure what to think right now about the receiving group, but, we'll work on that, plain and simple, But Green Bay, plain and simple, you're going down, You're 7-4 right now. You won, 3 in a row? Baltimore just beat Pittsburgh. I know they didn't have Troy Polamalu. They had a third-ring quarterback. But that game was intense. And I expect the game on Monday night to be the same way. But I believe Baltimore, the kind of energy they got right now, the kind of push they got, they know they got to win this football game, Just that alone with Ray Lewis and Joe Flacco, that offense, Ray Rice, the triple threat right there, they know they got to win football games. If they lose Green Bay, they put their playoff hopes in jeopardy, plain and simple. So they got to win this football game, Like I said, I don't hate the Packers. I think their fans are great, up in Cheesehead Nation. But I'm not afraid of them. I don't care what you're ranked in defense or offense. I'm not scared of you, okay? Plain and simple. I believe that we'll get it to Aaron Rodgers. I believe we can do it. Confuse him, disorient him a little bit. Maybe he throws a couple good interceptions, our way. We sack him a few times. I'm not scared of the offense. Greg Jennings, Grant. Not scared of nobody on that offense. Plain and simple. Defense, not scared of you at all either. I think you're, 11th in rushing defense? For you to beat the Baltimore Ravens on the ground, you got to be ranked number 1. And even that's not going to help you. Now, through the air, you might be able to get to us, but, right now I think we take care of the running game. Hand it off to Ray Rice, we'll beat them. Plain and simple. And I'm not going to sit here and say the Baltimore Ravens are going to beat them because, we got the running game, we got our defense is improving. That's only going to help us. The energy and the atmosphere that the Baltimore Ravens got in their minds right now is solely going to win the game. Plain and simple. You remember back, the Super Bowl era when Tony Banks was having I think it was a bad fucking day. Bad fucking year. Trent Dilfer stepped in for him, and we made that playoff push all the way to the Super Bowl. Now, we're not switching quarterbacks, but that state of mind kind of changed over, plain and simple. We lose any more football games, we're done. And that's what the Baltimore Ravens know. One more loss, and they pretty much put their shit on jeopardy. And they're just not going to do it. They're not going to do it, to the Ravens fans. They're not going to do it to the city of Baltimore. It's Monday Night Football. And what the funny thing is? I've not heard one person say the Ravens are going to lose because the Packers got a good defense or the Packers got a good offense. I've heard them say the Ravens might lose because it's going to be cold, and the field's going to be hard. Yeah, injury prone right there, but we've played, through some cold weather. I checked the weather conditions, and I forgot what it was. I think it's going to be in the low 30s at night or something like that. They're not expecting no blizzard up there, so I'm not concerned, plain and simple. No ice storms, no blizzards, I'm not concerned, And even with that, I wouldn't be concerned. This team knows what it's like to play in the elements. We play outside too. Don't get that cold in Baltimore, sometimes. But I'm not afraid of it. I'm not afraid of the weather. I'm not afraid of the defense. I'm not afraid of the offense. I'm not afraid of the Packers or what they got to offer me, A lot of teams, have shown they can beat them in the past and the present. They're on a roll right now, but we're on a bigger roll. Because the Packers, they might have, afford to lose one more game. 7-5, But we can't go 6-5 or 6-6. We can't do it. We got to go to 7-5. We got to work our way to 8-5. And, that's how we get to the playoffs, That's the sole reason I think we're going to win this football game. You can brag all you want about my team. You're not going to win this football game. Plain and simple. The Green Bay Packers are not going to win this football game. And I'm not going to say it because, Joe Flacco's going to throw 4 touchdowns and Aaron Rodgers is going to get sacked, 35 times. I ain't saying nothing like that. You're not going to win because of the energy this team has. Plain and simple. And if you don't believe me, you go back and look what happened. Several times last year, several times this year, Close football games, the energy's real high, we got to win them. If we win, we lose them, we could be in jeopardy. I'm not saying the playoffs, but, among other things, trying to keep first place in our division back in, the beginning of the year. Now we're trying to get in the playoffs, take that wild card spot from Pittsburgh. We lose a football game, we put that in jeopardy. So, Packers fans, you got a good football team, but you're going to lose. Plain and simple. I can't say no more. I'll make some bets with you. I want to give a shout out to every Packers fan on here. Sergeant Johnny, Packers Rock, everybody on here. Shout out to you. Links are in the sidebar. I'm Joe. I'll be back later this week, maybe with another hate video. But again, this ain't really a hate week because, I don't have no beef with the Packers, but it's a must-win game. They know it. Monday Night Football. Check you out later.